Hey guys, today I'm going to be filming my fitness plan with me for the last week in July, and I'm going to be using this really pretty patriotic Evie Co kit. I'm not going to be using a lot of the functional stuff, but I really wanted to be able to use this kit in July, so I am going to go ahead and go for it. I might save this. I do have the little thing sheet, I already pulled it out, and maybe use the functional bits in a insert spread and just do like the red and blue, but I figured what the hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for July. So I've already gone ahead, like I've done the past few weeks, and filled out my fitness labels. I also went ahead and already filled out my Planner Kate sidebar stickers. This kit works so well with the July colors. It even has that peachy color in there. I'm out of the darker blue, but that lighter blue still works just fine. So I'm very excited about this. I just got back from vacation last night. I'm going to go ahead and put down this washi while I'm talking. I actually had a pretty fit vacation. I worked out every day except for the day we drove to Chicago. I didn't work out that day, so that would have been last Sunday, but even when we drove from Chicago to Oxford, which is where Miami University is, that night we walked around campus. Like we probably walked 1.5 miles or 2 miles just walking around. So it was an active vacation. We were walking a lot. Lots of Pokemon Go, lots of running, and I even did some tone it up videos at home, and I even got my mom in on the action, so that was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and do my sidebar while I'm at it. I'm going to put this up in the corner, fold this. But yeah, I'm sitting down today to just have a marathon filming session. I really loved what I did last week, where all of my videos were uploaded except for, of course, it was my main planner video on Monday. I realized after I uploaded it, I forgot a chunk of, where are my sidebar stickers? Here we go, and here's this. I'll put this up here. I realized I'd forgotten to flip a pretty large section of the video, and I loved the spread that I did. So I really wanted it to be perfect. I didn't want it to be a video where there was a big mistake, so I did re-edit it and upload it. And then of course my fitness one, I had it uploaded and YouTube had an error. There was nothing wrong with my video, so I just had to re-upload the same file, and then it was fine. But that was frustrating. But my ones on Thursday and Friday were uploaded without a hitch, and what kind of, maybe I'll do, I pulled off 2 pieces. It was just very nice to not have to worry about it, and since I ideally would like to be working full-time, I wanted to like figure out how I was gonna make this work. That's a little off, but I don't want to peel everything up to make it like 0.5 millimeter over, so there we go. Let's open her back up. Make sure I'm centered on camera. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do my meals at the bottom. Food was okay. I'm definitely like sick of eating out. I am so ready to eat really well. I think my husband is too. We just ended up by necessity this weekend because we were in a hotel. We had to eat out a lot, and you know, it was vacation. Like I had a drink or 2 every night, and I'm just sort of like, I'm ready for healthy eats again. But overall, it wasn't bad, especially when we were at my parents' house. I was really craving a lot of like grilled food because we don't have a grill here, so that's not something I can just easily do if I'm feeling like it. So I think we grilled out every single night I was there. Oh, except for the last night, they ordered a deep dish pizza, which I just had a slice of. I'd never had like Chicago deep dish pizza before, so that was really fun. but definitely only needed one slice of it. It was so much food. I did not realize how much food like one slice of pizza was gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down my meal headers above these checklists, and I'm gonna be using the blue. So, meals. Alrighty, let's get these off. But I'm definitely feeling like I'm very proud of how much I've accomplished over the past few months, and I'm usually pretty honest with you guys. I've like seen huge improvements in my physical strength. I've seen huge improvements in my cardiovascular endurance. I was not running at all, and I was able to like run like over 3 miles while we were on vacation, and I can run 2 miles without having to like stop at all. And when I ran, like, I think we ran 3.5 miles, we only were like stopping for like 10-second breaks to like get a Pokestop or to catch a Pokemon real quick. So it wasn't like I was taking breaks like where I needed to like sit for 5 minutes and like catch my breath and whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I've seen huge, like what I'm trying to say is I've seen really big changes in my physical condition. I'm gonna go ahead and do the full boxes and my YouTube, and then do like the headers and the checklists for the middle, because these, like, I don't want the flags to be cut off or wonky. So okay, what am I doing? I'll put this one in the middle because there isn't one that's like that anywhere else. And then let's do navy, and then I'll do like the kind of lighter colored one, and then red. I think that works. But I am definitely unhappy with where I am weight-wise, and I know I haven't been as awesome about my food as I should be. I definitely have some weight I need to lose. Right now I'm, like, being honest, I'm a size 8, and I've always been like a 4 or 6 in the past, and I wasn't ever like super skinny when I was a 4 or a 6. It wasn't like an unreasonable weight, and I can't fit into a lot of my clothes, and it's just, I feel uncomfortable in my body, and I really would like to get back to a place where I am that consistent weight where I'm a size 4 or 6. And like, I don't even care about the number on the scale as much, but I do have excess fat on my body that I would like to get rid of. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my fitness headers down. What am I doing? What am I doing? So that's sort of where I'm at. I have not been eating clean. I've not necessarily been eating the healthiest stuff I could choose. I've not really wanted to, and I also struggle with my past with eating issues, which I've touched on briefly, and at some point maybe I'll feel comfortable like doing a whole video. Maybe I'll actually like sit face to face with the camera and just talk about it. But for me personally, in the past, I've lost weight successfully, like with calories in, calories out, when I wasn't having issues like with weirdness with eating. But I've had issues in the more recent history, like my more recent past, where if I count calories and I have a lot left over at the end of the day, I take that as liberty to just eat whatever I want. And then a lot of times, like let's say I have 500 calories left, that like 500 calorie snack like quickly turns into a binge where I'm eating like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 calories because I just start eating, and I feel like I get into that mindset where like, oh, 500 calories, that's so much food, like I can eat whatever I want, and then I end up binging. And so I'm trying to avoid that binging behavior, and I'll pull YouTube off of here, and I'm going to line it up with the bottom of the box. That way the heart checklists aren't too wonky. So it's a struggle because I'm very calorie aware of like what's in my food, but I don't want to count calories. So like I'm not opposed to being aware that like something is, you know, very high calorie. That doesn't like bother me, but when I count exact calories, I tend to like get weird where I'll like be really like good all day and like really low calorie, and then I'll have a ton left over at night, and then I like feel like I can mentally use that as an excuse to binge, which is just not a healthy behavior at all for me. So I am going to try to focus, continue trying to retrain myself to eat more nutritious food, more whole food, continue trying to like stop eating, and I've gotten a lot better about eating takeout and fast food and a lot of like the easy things that people who maybe like I don't drink soda at all. I had like the first Diet Coke I've had in a year while I was on vacation. I maybe have like 1 or 2 sodas a year, so that isn't like a habit that I need to break. I pretty much only drink, other than alcoholic beverages, I pretty much only drink water or LaCroix, which is like calorie free and like sweetener free fizzy water. But I definitely need to like get my portions and like the frequency at which I'm eating certain foods under control. I just need to make better choices, eat more vegetables, eat more lean protein. I know what I need to do, it's just about doing it. So I'm probably going to start journaling again. I found that to be a really helpful thing in the past, and just really like being mindful about what I'm eating. Let me make sure the camera. I couldn't remember how long I'd been filming and I was afraid that the camera had shut off, but I really would like to lose probably between 15 and 20 pounds. If I'm being honest, that's like where I'd want to be. Right now I'm pretty, like my face is really round and my arms are big, and I've never had like big arms before. Whenever I've gained weight, I usually just gain weight in my stomach, but like my arms have gotten really big, and like my tummy is big because I've just always gained weight there. But yeah. So I just feel uncomfortable in my body, and I want to get back to like a place where I feel comfortable, and I really like want to do this and dedicate. Like I feel like I got on board with the fitness side of things and I'm taking care of myself by doing those things, but I want to also now take care of myself by eating well and focus more on eating better, if that makes sense. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in and put down the fitness icons, and then I'll be back. Put down all of my fitness labels, and I'm just going to go ahead and put down water bottles. I think I'm gonna might actually alternate like all 3 of these, and I mean I could do them there, but maybe I'll actually I could probably just do them down there on the washi. I know I like move around where I'm gonna do them a lot, but this kit just works so perfectly with the planner Kate colors. I'm actually gonna put this last dark blue water bottle in the middle. Oh, this is too perfect. I'm so glad I did this in my fitness planner. There we go. So that is everything for this spread. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're interested in hearing like more about just like my fitness and eating experience stuff, like I'd totally be okay with sharing some of that. I just never know like how in-depth people want to hear, or like, you know, I don't want to be boring people, but I find it helpful like to listen to other people and be like, okay, I'm not alone, like I've had issues with this, like they've overcome it, and I'm like, you know, obviously we're always like moving forward. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I'm just rambling and saying random things, but thanks for watching guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!